Right, welcome to the video, everybody. We are here for the first round of the Garbolino British Rod Championship.
Exciting, isn't it?
You're excited, aren't you, today?
Yeah, it's good. I think, you and Alan have done a good job putting this together.
Well, thanks very much.
It's great.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, can't wait to fish it. But we're here at Hayfield Lakes for the first round, and what a venue to host the first round.
Yeah.
Great, innit? Love coming to Hayfield, mate. You don't get out that often, do you?
No, it's just a long way, innit? I mean, it's a fantastic venue, and if it was close by, I'd fish it all the time. It's just lovely. The fishing's good. It's exciting. Yeah. Big fish, all sorts, isn't there?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But this is the first round, as we said, and there's 4 rounds to go at. It's a bit like the UK champs, in it, but it's like rod only. That's what we sort of based it on.
Yeah. But you've put that bit of a twist in it that you're allowed to feed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it brings waggler fishing in, and you can feed on the bomb over the top. No bag fishing.
No.
Which I'd like bag fishing. The trouble is that some of the fisheries don't allow it, do they?
Well, we thought about that, but it's hard to police the pellets what are going in your bag, because if you do PVA bags, you make them up at night, don't you, before you go.
Yeah.
So I think the reason why we did no bags is because you can't police it that someone's going to buy some bags of pellets before the fishery own pellets, and then make them up. It's just hard to police. So we just thought, look,
no, it's good. Rod's good. I think it's a really good idea. I like the idea that we can feed, because with feeder fishing, if it's just feeder fishing, it is very one-dimensional, and not everybody wants to feed a fish.
No,
there's lots of people who love feeding over a bomb line. There's lots of people that love fishing pellet waggler and feeding, because as a river angler, I'm always wanting to be active.
Yeah,
I found it really hard, to be honest, turning into just a feeder angler for world champs, things like that. And I love this way. Like, I know Lindholm have done like their bomb and feeder leagues, things like that, and the sellouts.
They're really good at Lindholm.
Yeah, so
at Messingham and everywhere they're doing bomb and feeder, aren't they?
And I think people are really enjoying.
Just shows you how popular it is, isn't it? To be fair. So that was the concept, really. So today it's rod only. You can fish a waggler, bomb, method. What else could you fish? That's it, isn't it? Yeah. So you can fish those things on a rod only basis, and we've got 30 anglers. It's Thursday today. We thought we'd do it in the week. We've got 30 anglers on the event. We're going up and down the country and bringing you every live match, hopefully.
Definitely.
Hopefully we'll give Darren a camera today and see how that goes. See if you can get used to it while fishing and filming at the same time. So see how it goes. So we're best getting into the draw, to be fair, aren't we? Because it's
where do you want to be?
Cocking on a bit. Well, we've got both lakes. Knowles let us have both lakes, so we've got
that's good, isn't it?
We've got Island and we've got Big Adams. So I prefer to be on Island
I'd say exactly the same. I'd love to be on the Island one, because it just, for me, it's a bigger lake. I know it's got an island in it, so it cuts it down, but I just think the fish move about more in lakes like that.
I just prefer that anyway, because every time I'd fished, if I'd come up and watched a big event there, it's always been on Island, so I always think, I've got to get on Island, an Island. That's not to say that the other one's not that good, but I prefer Island, I think.
I think the trouble is that I don't know them very well. I know them from big fans, things like that, and UK champs from years ago, but I don't know the lakes very well. So I think I know Island Lake better, so it helped me.
Hopefully you'll be on it, and keep out of my section, won't you? I don't want you in the same section.
My section.
I don't want you in the same section. So anyway,
and you've been through practice.
I have been for sneaky practice. Cookie's been there and all, on the Wednesday Open matches. He's been there. So
he loves it there, doesn't he?
But great turnout, loads of good people there, and hopefully it'll be a good day. So we best get in and do the draw, aren't we?
Go on then, sound.
Good luck.
And you, mate. Good luck.
Island, it's gone as ball.
And then,
Let me get in now.
Don't forget to put your tokens back on the table, baby.
Well, here we are at the first round of the Garbolino British Rod Champs. We're at Hayfield. I'm all set up, I'm all ready. Most importantly, I've got my wonderful Sweet Temptations cupcakes. Look at that. I can't decide when I'm going to have that. Hopefully I won't have time to have it, but I think I will try and make time. We're all here anyway, everyone's ready, all in the line. I'm on 13 on Danny's leg. Looks nice. Wind's a bit dodgy for Pellet Waggler, but there's a few fish topping in. Hopefully, if I can get a few sort of breaks in the wind, I might be able to catch a few fish. But I'll try and catch a few just underarming to start with. Set some ground bait up for later on for down the edge with a bit of corn and dead maggots, and we'll see how we get on. So we've got 10 minutes to go. I'm all ready. Gonna have a drink and then I'll switch on for the start and we'll see how we get on.
Right, so we're all set up. I think we're nearly time for the all in. 12 o'clock starting. If Alan's shouting a lot. I remember what we said. All in! Well, we both said it anyways. Right, let's plan what we're going to do. So we can get a bit of bait in. Can't fish that far out on Waggler, to be fair. Just fishing that dark spot. Sort it all over at Shank. But we'll just be patient. Just try short early on and then we'll go from there. I can see Tidsy over there, Darren Cox, they've drawn really well. 11, 12, 13 sort of pegs. Alan's on back at Island, he's drawn well. Steve Curtis in this corner. and then I think everyone else, Jeff and all them lot, they're on Big Adams. So I'll see what happens, but the wind's blowing down there, so I would have thought Steve Curtis will have a blooming field day, and he can catch and can hold Steve. We'll just try short, see what happens, and hopefully it'll be a good day. Not seen anybody catch anything yet. First sort of minute and so. It's hard work getting them out, I tell you. Might just be chuck a method time. But we'll just keep feeding it generally. I'm not going to shove loads of bait in, I don't think, at the start. Try short for 20 minutes, see if we can get one. And then move from there. Brandon's chucking to Ireland. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Wish me luck. I'm just saying wish me luck, and then my rod teared off. I've just seen Darren Cox catch one, and I thought, hey, Darren's in early, and this has just pulled me rod in here. That 2-5. Only a right little thing, but nice start nevertheless.
Top of your peg, kids. Hey? Oh. Loads of skimmers there. Loads and loads of skimmers there, but it's one of them where I think I've had 4 carp, but they've all been pretty much little. The biggest one I've had is about 2.5 pound. But I've got, for 50 minutes, I've got 13, 14 pounds, so I can't see anybody bagging. The bloke down there catching a few, but can't see what he's really got. They're chucking to the islands, so it's not really the same fish as me. So I'm just trying to prime the pellet waggler line. It's not a very nice day for pellet waggler, but I might catch on something underneath it, a little feeder or a bomb, something like that. But whilst I'm getting bites on this, the peg's building, I'm casting it a lot, so there's got to be fish coming in. You just want to try and get some of them better ones. So it's 50 minutes gone, and it's alright. It's alright. It's not died on me yet, so I'll continue with this. Keep priming that line and hope something happens later on that long line. But for as long as I can keep ticking over like this, I'll keep doing it. Checking in a bit. Well, we're 2 hours in now. I had a good run first hour on the short line, just at underarm, like top 2 plus 2 line if it was a pole. But caught a few like little carp and up to like sort of 3 pound, but mainly that 1.5 pounders and quite a lot of skimmers, maybe 13, 14 skimmers, probably 20 odd pound. There's a few people catching, it's like either end of catching. But I've just started chucking over my loose feeder line, pellet waggler bomb line with a little feeder. And I've had 3 carp on it for probably about 10 pound. I reckon I've got 11 pound out there maybe. So I've got about 31 pound after 2 hours. So I reckon I'm 10 pounds short of my hourly rate. I was hoping I could catch 20 pound an hour. Oh, as well. That'll do. Right on cue. I was hoping I could catch that 20 pound an hour. But this line seems to be quite good. The fish are definitely bigger out there.
Right, well, we've only got an hour left. And I've been feeding this all day, this 6 metre line. Just dropped on it and had a couple of little stockies and a skimmer, just a liner on it. And I've done alright out there. I've caught quite a few. I ain't had to chuck to island or anything. I've just been down track. 34 to... We've got about £70, I think. 65, £70. But, oh, that was on. Old Steve Curtis on end has been absolutely... every time I look at them, go. Listen. Only for £2 then, £1 or £3. I'm not really sure, to be fair, so I'm clicking £2 anyway. And if you keep getting them, I don't mind them. Builds up a weight, doesn't it? Not any of them proper big ones in here. Hopefully he'll turn up. Keep feeding the lines. Yeah, so every time I look up, Steve Curtis has got one on. Richard's done alright next to me, ain't lad. They're all catching. It's just, I think, who can catch them quickest and get them in the net. I did talk to Alan and that earlier on, and he said he'd caught a few. Got £30 or something, but to be fair, it could be anybody's. I'm not too sure what they've caught on Big Adams, but I'm sure there'll be a similar sort of day on there. I'm not too sure if they're catching further up in my section or not, but I think I'm doing okay at the minute. Don't know what he's got on the end of that, the alley. Well, I can't see him, you see. But Darren's got a few. Everybody's catching, so it's just keep putting them in your net. And this last hour, just keep catching them, hopefully. And yeah. I should feed an edge line or not. I might. Time is 4 o'clock. I've got an hour left. Fishing while 5. Right, I'm going to crack on. Hopefully get my head down and we'll see what we're weighing. So, yeah. Should be okay in the section, I think. But we'll see what this last hour brings. Might not get a bite, huh? Who knows? Oh, is that on? One line. Right, I'll see you at the end.
He's just said 38.11.
Well done, mate. What old was that for?
109.4.
Well done, Dave. Well done, Dave. What do you have, Tidser?
97.
What did Darren have?
Darren had 103.
Yeah. Well done, David.
Thank you.
Right, you ready, guys? I think you've all got to admit that has been a success today. I think it's been brilliant.
Where are you?
And thank you very much to Nolly and Hayfield Lakes for being fantastic hosts. And obviously Garbolino for sponsoring the event.
Up the cupcakes, they're lovely.
Oh, the cupcakes were mint. Right, I'm going to do the sections first. On the first section, from peg 49, with £86.15, Tony Brooker.
Tony Brooks.
Right, Mark. Put it behind the bar, yeah.
Second section from peg 13, with £103 8 ounce, just managed to do Tidsy, Darren Cox.
Oh, Darren.
Oh, sorry.
Come round there.
Got it, yeah? Yeah, got it.
That's your petrol one.
Yeah.
And double default section, Tom Calladine.
Go on, Tom.
£92.15.
Triple default.
Double. Single.
Fourth section, looks like Adams has fished a little bit harder. He's managed to come through with a fantastic £73 6 ounce, Jamie Harrison.
Well done, Jamie.
And your last section on Adams with £41.11 from peg 66, Mark Wright. Right, your overalls. In third place with £105 and 3 ounce. I think he's gone actually. Brandon Fowler.
He's gone, hasn't
Put it behind the bar. Oh, is that?
In second place, can't believe it. He was moaning earlier on in the day that he'd hardly had anything.
£72.
But he's upped his game. Second place with £109 4 ounce, Dave Wood.
Well done, Dave.
Because of Nicky French.
Get yourself a new clicker.
Yeah, treble.
Round.
The first winner of the first round of the British Garbolino Rod Championships with £139.14 end peg. He didn't believe me. I told him it was a possible match winner. The one and only Steve Curtis.
Well done,
It's easy, isn't it?
Alan got in here.
Garbolino do a clicker.
What peg were you on, Steve? On Danny's Island, yeah?
Got it, yeah?
Oh dear. Well, that's the end of that one, Darren.
It's alright, wasn't it?
Yeah, weren't too bad, were it?
It
to
was
be fair?
cold. I was cold.
Well,
Still got my fleece on.
Well,
I hope it's going to get warmer on a few of these rounds.
yeah, I were under trees and all. You had sun
Yeah.
in your face, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I did, but it's that bitter easterly wind we've had for ages, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it were.
Horrible.
I tell you what, I'm sweating my head off now because.
Yeah. No, it's nice and warm now, but it was freezing.
Well,
But
so
it's all right.
go on then. Tell us how you got on.
Well, I drew 13 on Island, so
Which
brilliant.
you
That's
wanted.
where I wanted to be, and I was, I'd rather been on that side. I was on the riverbank, which is a good area. Drew next to Tidsy, so that we had a good laugh.
Yeah,
Um,
you didn't let him beat you, did you?
well, not quite. He tried to beat me in the end.
He's
caught
very
a 20
competitive,
He
isn't
caught a 20-pounder with 5 minutes to go, and he was giggling. I think he thought he got me, but he didn't get me. But I've had a weird match, I've got to say. First of all, you never told me there was any small carp in there.
Well, I'm sure I did do.
You did not. I went gunned up to catch those.
I told you before
those-
there ain't loads of big uns in now.
I know, but you didn't say there were loads of small ones, did you?
Oh, well, sorry.
You said there's not loads of big ones, so I've sort of geared up for a match where I'm thinking, if I catch a big one, I've got to get it out. So I'll tell you what happened in my match, basically. I had a plan to fish like a top 2+2 line just over that ledge and ping. I was only going to feed another line, which is my pellet waggler with a method or a bomb under it, just trying to keep it really...
What, to the rope, or were you a bit...
No, it's far too windy.
Right.
You couldn't. It was probably halfway to the rope, and Tidsy fished about 16 metres.
Right.
Because it was really, really windy and cold, and I didn't actually think I would catch anything on a pellet waggler. And Tidsy said, I don't fancy a pellet waggler, and he knows it better than I do. But cut long story short, thought, do you know what? I'm not gonna feed anything short, but I'll start feeding my pellet waggler line, just like I would. Feed it sparingly, see if I can get any signs on it, maybe after an hour or something like that, on a bomb or a method under it, or just first chuck on a pellet waggler. But my match went completely different to what I expected. So I've gone in, I've got a method feeder full, dropped it, that's all I did, method feeder full, straight in on my line, didn't clip up or anything, but I'd had a little dob around, knew where the ledge was and everything. Gone like that, put it rod down, it's got a wallop straight round. Like that. It's come off. Oh God! It wasn't a big fish.
It's them 2-3 pounders, isn't it?
It was those 2-3 pounders you didn't tell me about.
Well, I've got to keep some secrets back there, haven't I? Come on.
Nobody told me.
Don't want you coming up there and beating
Nobody. So I thought, anyway, cut a long story short, I caught in the first hour on that short line, I would say I probably caught £18. Which I'm thinking, if I catch £20 an hour, that's £100. But hopefully in the last hour I might catch something down the edge or back on this short line, catch some big fish and stuff. But I only really caught skimmers, like half decent skimmers.
Yeah, they're not bad to put in your net, are they? Then?
I was clicking them 2 to the pound, but really they were 1.5 to the pound. So I had a bit more than I thought. When I caught some of these little pound and a halfers, and I said to Tidsy, I said, I didn't know there were any of these. He said, oh, there's loads of them in here. He said, didn't Dave tell you? I said, no. Couldn't believe it. So anyway, I'd had the heads up early that there was lots of these little fishing. So I started increasing the frequency of my casts rather than sitting around put a bit of bait in. Just with a feeder. And I started feeding 6 mils over the top of it.
Right.
Just throwing them, just a bit of a noise, because them like the farm fish out there, they like a noise. So and it just got better and better, to be honest. I had an odd like 3, 4, 5 pound one, and I stayed on that line for 2 hours, 2 and a bit hours.
Right.
And it was good. It was probably up to 45 pounds, something like that. Tidsy said I was battering him, which I think I was beating him by a bit of a way at that point. He went on pellet waggler, got one. I chucked out, got one first chuck, and thought we were going to have a pellet waggler battle.
And then that were it.
And that was it. Yeah, I hooked one more on pellet waggler, but I lost. What was annoying? I lost a lot of these little fish on the short line, but they rattle you off, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
So I put a lighter feeder on, really light feeder on, and then I started.
The brand new fish, aren't they? With soft mouths and stuff, probably not being caught that much before, have they? So you're going to lose a few.
No. So that was my day. I caught a few. My short line went a bit pear-shaped midway through, which is why when
how was it with the camera? Did you get us a few shots?
Well, it'd have been good if you'd have charged the battery up.
Well, I give you a spare one, didn't I?
No.
Oh.
So
how was it? Did you get us?
It was hilarious. Yeah, I tried not to waste the battery.
All right.
And there was no trouble, there wasn't any battery to waste. So I clicked it on. I caught a few fish on it, I think. Have you not told me what's on the...
Well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see. I can't look at it yet. We'll have to see when we get home. But we'll see what footage you've got. Yeah. People will be able to watch it.
I reckon, about 35 minutes out of it. And I got some fish, and so we'll see.
I'll put all the best bits in. There's no bloopers on there. You and Tidsy messing about.
Oh, there's all kinds of that. Yeah, there is.
Hang
on, sorry. Just let me finish off. So basically, what happened was me short line died on me, so I had a chuck on a method on me longer line.
Yeah.
I caught a few fish on that, and I caught a few better fish, but I catch one and then felt like I have to leave it. But my short line came really good again at the end.
Did it?
Really good, because I started feeding 8 mils there. I thought, as I sort of took these smaller fish away, I thought, right, I'll pop some 8 mils in, and it was good. I caught some better fish. But as I say, Tidsy caught a 20 pounder right at the end, and he thought he'd done me, and I was thinking, oh, that'd be close. Anyway, cut long this story short, had £103, won the section, absolutely delighted with that, and Tidsy had 97.
Equal second.
And he was second, so he was delighted with that, because he was 25, 30 pound behind me at one point, and he pulled it back. Fair play to him. But we had a good laugh and a good battle.
Oh, good.
So how about
you? And you had Tony next year, didn't you?
Tony.
Oh, did you have one of his?
I treated myself. I had one, but I had to eat. I had half of it
What, the
start,
cakes that they give out?
Nicky French's
yeah.
cakes, they're absolutely stunning, aren't they?
Well,
stunning.
They were great, and thanks, Nicky, for bringing us a batch full of your
beautiful.
Sweet Temptations cupcakes.
Really nice. Like all this, the
she put the Garbolino.
It was brilliant with the flag and everything, wasn't it?
Yeah, so
very,
thanks
very
for that,
clever.
Nicky.
Yes, thank you, Nicky.
I ate mine straight away, not like half a bit and a little bit and save it for this and that. I just went straight in.
Save the moment. I've treated myself just before the match, and then halfway through, I had to pat myself on the back.
Right, yeah. Lovely. Well, I had it before me. I just wolfed it down, and that were it. Jobs are good.
Should have had two, shouldn't we?
Yeah. I think I got a few in the back anyway. So
I reckon Alan got all those.
He just took them home, didn't he? There were a few left and all, and Alan goes, "Oh, I'll put them in my van just in case." I said, "All right, go on then."
Yeah. Never to be seen again.
No, but you will have seen obviously the presentation of it, because we'll put the presentation up for you. But I ended up having a good day. I drew 51 on Island. I were like just a little bit across from you to the left.
Yeah, I could see it, but I couldn't see you catching. I saw an odd fish.
Yeah, well, you were probably too busy catching them little fish. Yeah. Now we're catching these big ones.
Yeah.
But I had a good day. I started short, feeding 8 mils over the top, and I had 2 or 3 small carp.
Yeah.
And then the lad next to me, Richard, he started chucking down the middle, and I thought, oh, that's no good. I thought, not catch much down the middle. Yeah. Anyway, he started getting a few, and I thought, oh, maybe I made a bit of a mistake here, because I were going to chuck to the island.
Well, that's what I'd have done.
Short and left the middle for my waggler line sort of thing. I weren't really going to chuck a method of at top. And because it were that it were windy, weren't it? I mean, it's calmed down now, but it were really windy in the match. And anyway, he started chucking down the middle and started catching. I thought, well, that's not normally. And normally them little fish are up by the rope where you are, peg 14, 13.
It is his peg.
But because the wind, it were that blustery, blown them down, I think. So anyway, I started chucking down the middle, and that were it then. It would just lift off, and I was getting one a choke, one a choke. I had a quick 10 minutes to the island. I had one, and it come off. And then I had another chuck and had a little roach, and I just thought, that's it, I ain't going there, because I'm catching down the middle while I come off feeding fish.
Yeah.
So I've just kept down the middle all day, really. And then in the last sort of half hour, I've underarmed it and had a couple of bream as well, you know, them 2 pound bream.
Yeah.
But it's really been just down the middle all day, and I didn't want to come off feeding fish, just with a method. Nice easy chuck, and it's been going right. Lovely days fishing, to be fair. And I ended up having £109, I think it were.
£108.
Wait, 108.
I don't know. I just had a quick board.
Yeah. It was one or the other, wasn't it?
It was a little bit too much to beat me. That was.
Yeah, I just beat you. Had 103. I had 108.
Yeah.
Brandon Fowler come third with 106. Were it 105? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But it were very close between me, you, and Brandon for fourth, third, and second. Yeah. And then Steve Curtis, he's a good lad, old Steve. I love him to bits.
He's a brilliant angler, isn't he?
Yeah, really good angler.
Qualified Freedom Masters 2 weeks before.
Yeah, he's really good. Good lad, Steve Curtis. He goes up to Messingham a lot.
Just smiles and takes it apart.
Yeah, just really good angler. Anyway, he ended up having £139, I think it was.
Smashed it up.
Yeah. Decent peg, 40. I think he were on 41 on Island. He'd got all that room there to the side. So a decent peg. But when you draw these, you've got to take your chances, haven't you, and do it. And Steve's done a fantastic job. So he's our first winner. Picked up £500.
Brilliant. Nice big check. I like that. Yeah, it's a good touch.
Big check. So it was a fantastic day. Really enjoyed it today. So
next round.
Moving on to the next round. I just want to say thanks to Alan as well. Alan Norris, just for helping out the way in and everything like that, and doing
a good job,
doing the boards and helping us
doing some of the admin. And all sorts.
So thanks, Alan, for that.
I think you two have done good. You say it's a great competition. I'm really looking forward to the rest of the round.
Yeah, can't wait. So we'll let you get off, because you've got like a 2-hour drive, haven't you, to get home?
Yeah.
It'll
be right. It's all right. I've got a smile on my face. I won my section.
Yeah, won your section.
That's
on to the next.
Won a few quid as well.
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
What were it? 80 quid, something like that?
Yeah, same,
not bad, is it?
Yeah. Good.
Next one. Where we at the next round?
Meadowlands.
Right.
Yeah.
So
man of that.
I don't fish it that. It's roles of reverse.
Don't worry, I'll tell you everything.
Well, hopefully.
There's loads and loads of little fish.
Oh, is there? Right, yeah. All right, yeah. Fair enough. God's sake. So, yeah, on to the next one, and we'll take you along for the journey. Hopefully, I'll get Darren an extra battery so he can film it for us.
Yeah.
And, yeah, just make sure, if you do enjoy these videos, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe up to these videos. And we'll see you on the next one, Darren.
Sound brilliant. See you again.
See you later. Keep on bagging.